Okay, guys, we're ready to go. We're live here at the Herpreneurs um, book virtual tour. And so we're headed to Atlanta. Of course, you guys know that's my favorite place in the world. We got Dr. Nicole. She's with me today this morning talking about her new book. And so I'm going to bring her on. Welcome, Dr. Nicole. Let me get you a
Oh,
mute.
oh,
There you go.
hello. How are you?
I am great. I'm great. Happy to have you on this tour. So, we want to talk about this
Mm.
book. And so,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell us who you are, where you're from, and then also tell us the name of the book and what made you write the book?
Yes. So, my name is Dr. Nicole Mccarty. I am out of, I like to say the greater metro Atlanta, Georgia area. And my book is Glow RX, Grow and Live Optimally Well. That's what GLOW stands for. And it's your practical guide to releasing your inhibitions, finding your purpose, and living free, healthy, and whole. And so
Wow.
I wrote this book. Um, well, first, the book is about health and wellness from the inside out, right? And it focuses on the four pillars of health: physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional. And it acts as a guide to kind of reintroduce you to yourself. Oftentimes in life, we go through periods where we lose sight of who we are. We might get caught up in the roles that we hold, mom, wife, or what have you. And it just reconnects you to who you are so that you can make the best choices for you.
Wow. So, who has been your motivation to help you get this done? Husband, mom, dad, children. Who have been your most inspiration?
Yeah, well, I have a mini me, so she's definitely a large part of my why. And then,
Okay.
of course, my husband is amazing. My mom is amazing. My family unit and structure, I'm super blessed because I have their support, and they rock with me when I'm snotting and crying, and they rock with me when I'm jumping up and down and screaming in excitement. So I do appreciate their support. And I wrote the book so that people could win. I want them to
Right.
win at life, win in health, win, mentally, win physically. Like win in life. So they are definitely my motivators and my
Mm.
whys.
Wow. Okay, so what would you tell your younger self right now, with all the stuff that you have endured and have, overcame? What would you tell your younger
Mhm.
self, like the age of 13?
Age of 13, I would uh, tell my younger self to give yourself grace.
Mm.
You're going to make mistakes, and mistakes actually they make us the people who we are. They make us better if we turn them around and use them the right way. So giving yourself grace is huge. I think that's it's super important when you're a teenager because you've got all this stuff happening that you may or may not understand. And then even as you get older and you mature through those different stages in life, you've got to give yourself grace to grow. They don't call them growing pains for a reason, or for no reason. So that's definitely one thing. And then the other thing is, you know, don't take life too seriously. Like it's just not that serious,
Right.
and stress is a real thing. Stress is a killer. Like legitimately, it's a killer. And so, that was also a part of Glow. When I was writing it, I wrote it because, stress seems to take over everyone's life, right? And these days we get stressed about just the most minuscule things. Now, there are some things that are stressful. Yes, I do understand that. But everything isn't meant to zap your energy. Everything doesn't require your focus and then, negative energy to put toward it. And so to my 13-year-old self, I would tell her, it's not that serious, girl. Relax. You tackle the things that you can change. You pray about the things in which you can't. You
Mhm.
work when you can your best, and that's how you live. That's how you grow. That's how you have freedom. So that would have been great to know in my 20s and in my
Right.
early 30s. But
Right. That's right now. That is so true. And so, can you give advice to a author or a inspiring author who want to write Do you have any advice that you can give them?
Yeah, and it's probably cliche and probably something that they've heard already, but uh, legitimately, it's don't quit. Life is
Mm.
going to happen. That's just a fact. You can't stop it. You can't beat them, join them. Life is going to happen. So just don't quit. A part of my story is I started writing my book in 2018. And
Mm-hmm.
I think at the time I was planning my wedding. There was a lot happening. And then life happened and life came fast. And a Snickers was not it. Like, I mean, between getting married, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. She'd go through a transplant. In the middle of that, we found out we were pregnant at an interesting pregnancy, hospitalizations and whatnot. I have fibroids. And so it, my husband was laid off for 9 months all at one time.
Oh
So
God.
needless to say, I didn't do any writing during that time, you know,
Wow.
but I came back. Here it is 2020, and I don't like leaving things incomplete. That's just not who I am.
Right.
And I was like, listen, let's just wrap this up, girl. And I just sat down and, did it. And God's timing is perfect. So no matter what, just know that, don't quit. You can
Mm-hmm.
pause. Pausing is okay, but don't quit and know that God's timing is perfect and always come around to it. Never leave it complete. Someone needs help. Someone needs stories. Someone needs whatever it is that you have to serve them. And if you hold on to that, then you're doing them a disservice.
Mm, wow. One more thing.
Mhm.
What can inspiration, what can you say to those who are watching who have been suffering depression or have been suffering anxiety because of COVID? Can you give them an inspirational message to them real quick?
I sure can. While we know that there is nothing new under the sun, like, that's biblical, right?
Yes, sir.
But God's got you. And oftentimes
Mm.
we don't always understand why things happen. We don't
That's
understand why he allows things to happen. But we do know that all things work together for the good of
perfect.
those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. So if you hold on to that and try not to view things from your carnal vision, but from God's, what's that spiritual vision, and then ask him. He'll answer. He doesn't always give you the answer that you want, but he'll answer in his own time, so just stay encouraged, know that God loves you. God is
Mm,
not he is not dead. He is very much alive and he is here.
mm,
And so we just have to change our perspective
that's right.
and dig deep and dive into the word so that we can see him, so that we can be,
Mm,
reacquainted with how he moves and how he does things. So
mm. Well, thank you so much. I
you're
really
welcome.
wanted our authors to come on, and I wanted this to be the kickoff tour. We're always pushing and striving for greater, and we're definitely an inspiration to because you never know who's watching this. And then
Mhm.
where can we buy your book at? And can you do you have the book so we can see it?
I do.
Let's
So
see.
here.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I like that. Oh, that's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Colors
Thank
are really
you.
pretty. I love those colors. As you can see at the bottom, you'll see me on the same color. I think that yellow brings out a lot of sunshine. How about that?
It sure does. It makes you glow.
It
Mhm.
does. It
Glow.
does. What is
My book
where do you go?
my book is available, on my website, so it's www dot, Dr. Nicole, Nicole, Mccarty, Mccarty, as you see on the screen, .com, uh,
Okay.
slash GlowRx book. But if you go to my website, you can just click on the store and it'll be right there.
Okay.
Also, feel free to follow me on Facebook. I always have the link there as well.
Mhm.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Dr. Nicole McCarty. On Instagram, I think it's Dr. Nicole McCarty. But you can find my book any of those places. It should be available electronically in the next few weeks. It
Okay.
takes them a little while to, I guess, repopulate their system. So,
Right.
but that is already loading,
Okay.
and yeah, and yeah, come get it. And it's got a companion journal too. So, it's not just a
Oh,
book in which you read. It's got an electronic guide with that takes you through this journey of getting to know yourself again and getting to love yourself again so that you can effectively love others and serve
that's right.
others. Mhm.
Well, thank you so much for being on our book tour. We're so delighted to meet you and see you, and we're happy that you're on a tour with us. Don't forget that this goes into YouTube, so you can definitely download it. Subscribe to the channel. Follow her, Dr. Nicole McCarty. Is that right?
Dr. Nicole McCarty. Mhm.
I think McCarty said it right.
Mhm.
.com. So thank you so much for your time, and you have an amazing week. And we will talk to you very soon.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that, and happy holidays. Thank you so much.
You too. Okay, bye bye. That was a great interview. We're very excited about the things that she has going on. Don't forget to follow her. Follow her on Facebook. Follow her on Instagram. Go to her website. Take a look at what she got going on. I'm quite sure she has a lot of amazing things that's happening in her future. And so we speak blessings over her ministry. She seems to be an amazing woman of God, and so we want to keep her lifted up. Don't forget to share this and make this a watch party. Thank you. We'll be back in the next 15 minutes with another